Coffee with Yvonne is taking a quick break while I'm away on vacation in Europe. Yes, your girlie is going back to Europe because you know I love that place. In the meantime, until I'm back on October 30th, ready to share fresh stories, creative conversations, and some marketing magic moments, make sure that you enjoy these Coffee to Go episodes that I pulled from the Coffee with Yvonne archive. We have an archive, y'all! Until then, remember creatives, keep showing up, keep creating, and that your voice matters. I'll chat with you soon. Okay, bye.
Your tape-ins. I was thinking about getting those eventually. How do you like them?
So it's I love them. If you're not about that, like keeping your real hair straight, then it's not for that person. But I have them in October, and I just took them out like 2 weeks ago. So they lasted a long time, and I kept them up pretty. I loved them. I like the versatility of it. I was able to scratch and wash them and all that. So I love that part about it.
See, I'm not a weave girl, but I do have a box of hair. And for those who don't know, a box of hair is like, you got your ponytails, your clip-ins, your curly clip-ins.
Your go-to box. Your go-to.
Yes, your go-to. It's like, what girl do I want to be today? Do I want to give them
And see, I was over the wigs. I'm over the wigs. I'm over like the full soul man. Because like I said, when I want to get in there, I want to get in there. So I like them. Maybe you should try it and just see. And there's like, yay, or I love them. You gotta just try it.
I might try it in 23. And one of my girls who does my hair, you gotta have multiple stylists here in the DMV area.
Oh yeah.
Booked, but she specializes in tape-ins, and she's been talking to me about it. So I was like, I might give her a try. Let's see what this budget looking like for 23. But anyway,
try it.
we are recording. So for those who have been listening to the beginning of our conversation. As I mentioned, I have another special guest joining me today. And you guys, she reached out to me. I feel special, FYI.
Yeah.
But she is my special guest for today, Naki Carey.
Yes.
She's a Black American transgender woman who was born and raised in Washington, D.C. DMV, stand up. All my natives, how you doing? She owns a fashion accessories brand name called Carey Beauty by Naki. The collection was made and designed for women and people empowerment. It was made to give you confidence while doing it all with fashion, beauty, and style. Naki also works full-time as a lifestyle influencer and a content creator and has produced quality content that consists of fashion, beauty, travel, must-haves, branding, events, whimsical content, and everything lifestyle. She has partnered with a number of brands, including Walmart, Panera, skincare brands, Plant Burger, Mod Pizza. She also started out modeling at local fashion shows and events in 2008 in Washington, D.C., later branching out and started teaching her own runway model classes as a runway instructor. From 2010 to 2014, Naki started making custom avant-garde eyewear and apparel. Her designs were featured in numerous online and print publications, one being Sheen Magazine, and worn by celebrities. In 2023, Naki is focusing on expanding her accessories brand as a lifestyle influencer, career, and more with brand partnerships and collaborations. And with that being said, welcome to Coffee with Yvonne.
Yeah! That was the introduction. That was a lot. Thank you.
Bring your receipts.
Yes. I was like, okay, she read the whole. Come on. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you for having me. Yes.
Yes. And for those who, realize this is an audio format for a podcast, Nakai's giving us a look, okay? She has the braids in with the beautiful color. She has the marble sheer top. The face is giving what it's supposed to give. It's giving a beat. Meanwhile, me on the other hand, it's snowing, sleet, and whatever it is in the DMV. You're getting hoodie and knit beanie action. So
come on. But that is okay.
But we're still keeping it for the culture because it's my Dap for Gap hoodie that I got. You remember Dapper Dan?
Yes.
Yeah, he did a collection for Gap not too long ago, and another one that just sold out. I missed it, but they changed the Gap logo to Dap for Dapper Dan.
Oh, that's cool.
I managed to snatch one up.
I used to work at Gap years ago.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. I was a retail girly 2 years ago too. Woo! I pray for y'all. Okay. But
That's
anyway,
another whole story.
Nakai, let's get into it. Okay, I have a lot of questions for you, and I know you're a booked and busy woman, not bored and broke.
Oh, come on. I love it.
So as someone who has loved fashion since I took my first steps for a pair of shoes, this is real, by the way, really was for a pair of shoes. I know how influential fashion can be in shaping who we are. What was the moment that you first discovered your love for fashion?
My love for fashion, I would say, really became seriously in like 2008. When I started doing fashion shows and modeling, I was like, my goal was to work in a magazine dealing with fashion, style, and all that. So I would say around that time, 2008 is when I really like stepped in fashion. Like I like this. I can do this. And I really started to wear like my heels. I started to teach my girls how to walk in heels. And remind you, I've never been taught how to walk in heels. It was just something that just came. So I was like, okay. So around that time was like when I really started my love for fashion and clothes and stuff.
And for a lot of us, like, it was always that moment. Like I mentioned to you that, my first steps were for a pair of shoes when I was a baby. You mentioned like walking in heels and just instantly knowing how to own the heels. By the way, the girls need lessons because I've seen them struggling out in DC streets during brunch season. Just throwing it out there. You might need to pass your card out next time you have bottomless brunch. But
listen.
No shade.
You are a key. You are so funny. Oh my gosh.
I know for me, growing up as a teenager in the early thousands, there was like an explosion of fashion-based shows on TV like Project Runway, which I still watch to this day, and America's
Top Model.
Top Model was that girl. However, despite these shows having a global presence, diversity and body inclusivity weren't really present. Do you think the industry has really changed a lot since then, or has kind of stayed the same?
No, I definitely think some stuff is still the same, but it has changed tremendously. Like there's a lot of actually plus size agencies, and they want plus size. Like I'm a part of a casting network site, and they're always looking for plus size model. So it definitely has changed when it comes to like looks and what they want. I think more now, so they go for the uniqueness, the weirdness about you. If you're albino, if you have pigmentation, if you have elf ears, gap teeth. They really look for back then, which is kind of like they want you tall, they want you to weigh 10 pounds. They want you to look a certain way back then. But I think now the politics is still some BS, but casting and talent, I think that there is better now. It's more open to different looks. And you didn't find out of trans women back then either doing it like that. So
And I would have to give brands like, I'm just going to name a few of my favorites. Target, I give them credit for having more inclusive ads. Universal Standard, which is a brand that I love to wear for their basics and jeans. They do a great job in having models who are, handicapped or have, maybe limbs missing and things like that. But it makes them look empowered when they take the pictures and not like a charity case, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I like that. And I see that too. I seen someone in a wheelchair before, and I was like, that's cool. Like, I've never seen this. And I think everybody should be included, and also give those people who with disabilities say, I still can follow my dreams. Mm-hmm. So that's amazing to see and have.
Yes, and definitely. I think everyone needs to feel seen. Because one thing I love about fashion is the fact that anyone can learn how to become a designer or really tap into that creative field. However, not everyone is seen in their talents. You have the Brandon Blackwoods of the world. You have Telfar, who is known for his Bushwick Birkin. And you have other Black-owned handbag designers who are coming up. You have transgender activists who are coming up in the scene. Like, what's our girl name? Oh, it's escaping me right now. She has a TV show on E.
Laverne.
Yes, Laverne. Yes.
Yeah,
you have women like Laverne Cox who are now on global platforms and having TV shows in her own. But I think there's so much more work that needs to be done in the state.
Yeah. Definitely. And the trans community always say don't use us, to sell money or gay pride, because we do bring numbers and we do sell, and we want it to be genuine. We are thankful for the opportunities that we're getting, but we want it to be genuine because there's still a lot of work to be done all around the board with trans and just, being fair with women, or just everything. It's so much work to be done. But I love seeing like TS had a show on, I think and she's doing her thing. I was watching Laverne Cox the other day and interview Angelica Ross from Pose. And, you know, what is it? I've actually sent Angelica Ross. I met her. We had an interview like this, and she was on the set of American Horror Story. So I was on the set talking to her while she was on there. I was like, I'm on the set. But I was on there, and at that time, I just did a Taraji show. So, you know, I was like flaming, honey. So we did an interview, and she was really, really sweet. Her team liked me. I sent her earrings, and I also sent TS some earrings, and they wore them. And it's like amazing to just see my stuff on these people and just wearing them around. You know, if somebody don't like something, they ain't gonna wear it. But they be wearing them out. She said, girl, I had them at the Christina Aguilera event. I'm like, really? So it's just so impactful, you know, to have this, you know. It is.
And it's something that you every right have to feel proud about, because, you know, some of my favorite shows that have been popular in the mainstream were Pose. I watched every single episode when it was on TV.
So good.
One of my other favorite shows that was just canceled, Legendary, on HBO Max. I lived for that show every single week because what I loved is it was giving a spotlight to Black and Brown, you know, LGBTQIA plus communities and queer communities that are not seen on a global scale, because it's still, unfortunately, whitewashed in a lot of the stories that are being told. And I think that these shows are so important, having, you know, people who are global superstars, who are media personalities, who are designers like yourself, who are able to tell their stories and tell them authentically. And I think that's what's missing from a lot of these spaces, because everyone wants to get on the bandwagon, but it's very easy to do it and make it look inauthentic.
Right. And you can't say we're not entertaining. Like, I was mad when, like, Drag Race, RuPaul Drag Race, Pose, all that stuff is entertaining and it's good to watch. It's good TV. So we was like trash. I can see that, but it's good TV.
It's very good TV, because I screamed at my TV every week when I was watching Legendary. Like, I had a fan at the time. Don't make fun of me, please. But when they would be judging and they would pull the fans out, I'm like, yes, 10 across the board. Like, I would pull my fan out. I started doing like this, you know, with the two. Oh yeah. The 2-finger clap to approve. Like, but it shows like how influential culture is across the board. And it's not trying to bite off of people's culture. It's trying to have a better understanding so you have more of a broader lens of what is out there outside of your own bubble. Speaking of that, even though this isn't one of our questions, the queen herself, Beyonce, I'm going to try to bring up Beyonce as much as I can to inspire her to drop the visuals. Please just drop the visuals at this point.
Beyonce, drop them, please.
Please. But the queen, Beyonce, her latest album, Renaissance, which I just played this morning while working out, really spoke to the Black community in terms of house culture, but it got so much backlash because people are like, well, this album isn't for everyone. Let's clarify that. In my opinion, I'll ask you yours. House music is for everyone because it started out in Black culture. People don't understand that. You had Donna Summers, you had Diana Ross, and you had other dance artists who were inspired by ballroom culture that was founded in Black and Brown communities. That was also mentioned in Pose as well when it was on TV. This backlash I think Beyonce is getting from this Renaissance album really shows the ignorance that people do not have in having a broad spectrum of what the influence of Black culture is outside of that heteronormative perspective. So what is your thought on that?
And like you said, it's not an LGBT thing. It's not a straight thing. It's like we utilize it, and it's, as well as it's been a thing already before that. So we just incorporate it. But it's like you said, it's that everybody feels good. I know so many heterosexual people who love house music and love that sound, you know. And we used to go to Baltimore. Okay, we used to go to Baltimore and Paradox, and we used to like party. And there's so many people who love that, you know. And I think people just like to talk nowadays. Like, people like to sit behind the keyboards and just talk and just sound dumb. I definitely don't think it's it's for gay people. I think it's people who like to feel good. It's a feel good album. It's like, when I first heard it, I was like, okay. And then once I hear, I was like, yes, I just feel so good. It just makes you feel that, and that's for everybody. It's not for a specific group of people. And people just want to talk. Like, I'm so sick of people like, shut up. But that's my thought. It's for everybody. It's to make you feel good. It's to make you like, you that girl. Is to give you confidence. It makes you feel good when you getting dressed. It just makes you want to like, just girl, yes, what? It's just that.
I agree with you. Every time that girl comes on, I legit start doing my own music video in my living room, and I'm like, it's not the diamonds. So like,
yeah, I love it.
I'm that girl. Like, you just feel yourself so hard. And switching gears, I think when you have your brand, Carey Beauty by Naki, it really gives that same feeling as well to your wearers. You want them to feel empowered. You want them to feel good about themselves.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration behind it? Like, can you tell me a bit more about that story?
So when I was designing, first I was doing leggings, and it just didn't work out. Like, I couldn't find a good manufacturer. It was getting expensive trying to get like makes of it, and it was just a mess. So I said, what can I got to go out to the drawing board, and I said, what can I do that I want women to feel good, to look good, and they can wear every day. I don't want something that you can't wear every day. And so I said, let me just test earrings. So I found the manufacturer, and I just said, this is it. It felt right. And so I wanted women to feel like royalty, because you are. And I wanted to, everyone to feel like I'm beautifully made, because you are that too. So I wanted you to feel a certain way, look a certain way. And it just gives you a little confidence. Like, people say, what's your earrings say? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I like that. And then I want to incorporate things I really don't see. So the chains inside, like chains. So and I was like, non-hypoallergenic, good material, inspirational, like all that. So it was just basically a feel-good accessory collection that you can wear all the time. I want you to be able to go to work. I had so many girls say they wear these going out. They wear them going to work. They're a multi-purpose hoop. And that's what I wanted. I love my customers say, I forgot they did my ear because they're lightweight. That's what I wanted. So everything I did is with the feedback I get. And I'm so glad that, it came to life. So that's what I wanted.
I love that you not only told me about why you created the line, but also gave the details about why someone should wear your line, like them being lightweight, hypoallergenic. As someone who has sensitive ears, it's hard for me sometimes, growing up. I love a good beauty supply hoop, just like anybody else. But I did not love when it made my ears start itching in the middle of class, So when it comes to your earrings, like, what kind of statements do you like to include in your earrings? Do you like to include like words of empowerment? Like, what are the words that you usually include in those earring statements?
So this is my first collection. I'm working on a new collection for next year. But the things that I include these ones are I am royalty. You probably can't see it. I am royalty, and the other ones are beautifully made. And this is my box right here, like the packaging and
I like the packaging.
Yes, the packaging, the box, and they just, let me see. This one is beautifully made, like that.
Ooh, that's cute.
Yeah, and this one is I am royalty. They come in both gold and silver. I am royalty.
That's
chain.
So
yeah, and it got the little rigid background. So, and like I said, when you either one, beautifully made, I am royalty, it just feel like a empowerment when you feel like it. When you put it on.
I love that for you. And are you thinking about, in terms of like expanding your line, would you consider like creating colors for those? Like, doing like instead of gold, doing like a pink or like a blue, like metallic color?
Oh, people always like say, would you consider this? And I would. It's just the beginning. So who knows like what's next? And I take, people what they say I should do, but it's only the first collection. So I plan to grow this collection to all type of different looks, styles, and everything, but still keeping it good quality and lightweight. Because that's one thing I studied before I did it. I told my manufacturer, when they sent me prototype, I said, oh no, this is heavy. We got to send this back, and we got to go out to the drawing board, because I looked at people's comments and see what other jewelry companies, and they were like, they were too heavy. So I said, okay, I got to make sure that they're not heavy. No one wants their earlobe down to their ankles. Okay. So, that's what I made sure. So it's endless, designs and everything I could do. So yeah, I'm open to it all.
I love that. What's the price point of your earrings?
So I want it to be affordable. I think there should be more because of the quality, but I want it to be affordable for everyone. So they're $29.99.
Oh, that's actually very affordable.
Oh, compared to some price I see online, very. Yeah.
It's very affordable. And it's from a Black woman-owned brand. Like, why should you not support the culture?
Yeah.
That's just me. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
But thinking about everything you're doing outside of your jewelry line, you are such a multi-hyphenate creative with experience in design, content creation, brand partnerships, and to toot your own horn with more receipts, you were a featured guest on DMV's own Taraji P. Henson's Facebook Watch show, Peace of Mind.
Yes.
Everything you have ongoing, like, how do you find that time to get your balance to really practice self-care? Because that's super important for creators, because sometimes we just keep going, but we don't know when to stop. So where do you find your balance?
I'm still trying to find it because sometimes I want to just say, okay, brain, can I put you on pause today? Because it's always going. And that's my downfall. Like, I just can never just stop. I'm always on to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. What I do is my boyfriend and I, we travel a lot. And that's why that kind of fell into place, because when I got with him, I wasn't trying to be an influencer or anything. I would just document our travels, and that became a thing. People were like, where y'all going next? Or where should I go here? Or what's that? So I say, oh my gosh, like, we're onto something. The people want this. So I think my self-care is also just traveling and just doing things I love doing. Whether it's a brand, and it don't have to be a brand partnership, just doing things I like to do. Whether it's like a staycation or it's a weekend getaway. Like this weekend, we're going to Christmas Town in Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. And so that's my like getaway, let my self-care. I'm not answering no emails. I'm not thinking about work. I'm just having a good time, so that's what I like to do.
Where are some destinations you've been to so far? Like, what has been your favorite international destination and then your favorite domestic destination?
So I haven't been anywhere out the country yet, surprisingly, but that's on for 2023. My boyfriend wants to go to Australia. The furthest, yes, because he wants to go there, and I'm like, okay, because I want to go to Hawaii. We went one time. I want to go back. So Hawaii was the ultimate trip I've been on so far that, like, absolutely love. You have to go to Hawaii. It's beautiful there. That's like the ultimate trip. And I go to Disney every year because I want to be a Disney princess.
I mean, who doesn't? Like, when we got Princess Tiana, it was a wrap for me.
And I met her. Oh my God, I met her October. And look on my page, and it's so, oh my God. I took my whimsical content, like my Disney content, because I'm trying to get in the Disney influencer space. That's another whole subject too, but yeah.
I mean, it takes time. Add it to your vision board. I create a vision board every year of the things I want for my life. And then I also categorize it. So it's just not jumbled in thoughts. It's purposeful, kind of like content creation. I content create my vision board for myself.
Yeah.
And just thinking about, like, how you're building your brand. How does, like, social media really play a part in building your visibility? Do you think that social media is influential in creating, like, a bigger platform for yourself? Is it a good thing or a bad thing for you?
I think it's both. I think it's a win for me all around because this is my life. This is what I do. Like, we could be on vacation. I'm like, babe, I need like an hour because I got an obligation post to post, and he knows when it's work. So sometimes it could be like, all right, tomorrow I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to do that. So I think it's an all around win because I feel like all the stuff I'm doing, all the things that's come my way, I'm not doing it for nothing. And I feel like something's bigger is going to come out of it. But when it's your job, everything has to be strategic. From your posts, you have to make sure everything's right. For instance, when I work with Walmart, they basically told me what to say. They told me I have free range, but they was like, hey, we don't like what you said right here. Delete this and put this. I did. You got to put the hashtags. They came back. No, we want to change it. We want you to put this. I'm like, okay, how many times y'all going to tell me? So it's a whole process that people don't know. They thought it was my words, but they didn't know it was Walmart's too. So it's definitely, if you in that part of it, it's definitely gonna be work, and you have to know your time to like shut it off, and when it's just like, but everything has to be like perfect, because once a brand starts to watch you, the next one is watching you. So everything always your posts always have to be A1. Every post you post, like I sometimes I want to post my twerking videos, but I can't even do that no more because they're watching me. I had a brand like unfollow me one time because I think I was like shaking my boots or something like that. I'm like, so it'd be a lot.
You know what? I understand that from two sides. One, from the corporate marketing side behind the scenes when working with influencers like yourself. It's hard for us sometimes because we want to give you that creative freedom, but then we have to remember we have to protect our brand at the same time with having certain words or hashtags used. And then on the flip side, when I'm creating content for my own channels just for fun, honestly, I just do it because I want to. I think about if a brand does see this, what will they think of me wearing their brand or saying like, this is something that you have to try? We want people to love you in this space, but also know that you are a real person behind the content at the same time. And that's a hard line to walk. Close friends has become my favorite feature on Instagram because that's where I post. Sorry, Mom. That's where I post the ratchet content that everyone else doesn't see, that I can really like be free and be myself compared to the stuff that's in the public eye.
I think I have to find the balance of being myself, but also still be appealing to other brands. I still want to, that's why they like me, because I have a fun, and I will shake a tail feather. So I still got to find a balance, in between there,
And again, this wasn't in our initial list of questions, but I saw that when you reached out to me, you had a media kit. First of all, that impressed me off the bat because one thing I love is when people are reaching out to me, they have a media kit that clearly outlines who they are and what their interests or topics were. You came in such a professional way. Can you give some suggestions to those who may not understand the importance of having a media kit?
So having a media kit, I can imagine the emails you get, right? Like, oh,
yeah.
So you got to think like everyone wants to work with brands, and a lot of people think that I'm going to email this person because I want to work with them because of what they see on Instagram. But the whole time, this is really a job, and it's like any job interview, you have to come correct. And to work with a brand is pretty much I'm saying what I can do for you, and they saying what can you do for me. And it's not that they don't care that you're cute, they don't care that this and that. They want to see what you have done and how could you benefit them. And I don't think a lot of people that don't realize that. So having a nice media kit is definitely saying, oh, it's like a resume. Basically saying, oh, she did this, she did that, she did this, she did that. And it has to be appealing to, want these brands to want to work with you. I think it's very, very important. So just like you would send a resume out, you got to send that good media kit out. And if you don't know how to get one, hire somebody to make one, Google it. Like, I do my own everything, like my media kit and everything. So I learned how to do it because I've been in the industry, so I know what they're looking for. And I just think it's very, very important. Everything I do is professional, and I try to make it professional so they can take me seriously, so.
And that is, I'm glad you shared that with the listeners, because when I looked at your media kit, you shared numbers, you shared examples of your work. Those are all things as someone who works in the corporate marketing space, and then also someone who is a podcaster. Those are things that are important to me because I want to make sure whoever is reaching out to me already has a digital presence. Because if you're going to be on my show, and you share the content and you have never posted a day in your life, no one will know anything. It just goes out into space and no one knows who you are.
Also being able to backfill that up.
Yes.
Because the thing I'm not sure if I sent you my website and everything, but like all my press.
I pulled it up.
You can click on all the press and you can actually click on the show and you can see me on the show. You can see you can Google me on People's, like you can Google everything I'm sending you out, So like it's there. So that's another thing too. You have to be able to back up what you're giving out, sometimes it's hard to like, show that you work with this brand, but it's kind of personal, but I got all the contracts, so it's all about sometimes like, showing. I think that's why a lot of people like want to work with me because they can actually Google Naki and they can see like, oh, okay. Okay. So
and your Google search matters. Your Google search matters when people are looking you up because, all the things that are linked to your name are part of your overall reputation. And, the first thing that comes up is that you were featured on Taraji P. Henson's show, that you have this amazing following on social media.
It came up?
Yeah, it did. I Googled you. I did Google.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I do my Googles for whoever's on my show. I Google.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yes. And my last question for you: we're already prepping for the new year that is right around the corner. I need to get my outfit together, but we are prepping for the new year. What is your vision for yourself in the upcoming year, and then maybe like your big dream for yourself in the next few years?
So my goal for 2023 is definitely to get bigger and better partnerships. To get with a talent management company that can get me in these huge rooms. And my goal for my collection is to eventually get in Target and H&M and those type of stores. Because when I go in there and I see that stuff is flimsy and that stuff is like, where they been to come from? So I know I can get in here. So like that's the goal for the brand, is to like be in Target, to be in like H&M, stuff like that. And me to also be in like Target campaigns, Coach, they always have LGBT campaigns, H&M, to do that. And once I start to get those type of partnerships, it only goes up. So that's like my goal for 2023, is just to build these partnerships and continue to build a brand that's going to be in major, stores and publications and stuff.
Well, I believe and receive that for you already. We are adding that to our vision board for 23.
Yeah.
Just put a picture of yourself there. And my suggestion for you, girl, is to put a logo of every company you want to work with next to your picture.
Yeah.
Just
yes, God.
manifest it,
I have my board over there waiting for me to write on it. So yes.
I got to take down my old board and start pulling out things I just feel connected to when I'm like going through magazines. Like, how you're just drawn to certain words and phrases? There's a reason.
And one thing you should do too, I did before. I used to go hiking. I used to do it. I did it in my backyard. For 2023, make a list of things that you want to get rid of or stop doing or makes you sad or whatever that's negative in your life, and put it in something and say, I want to release this, and like burn it. Everything that you want to remove, and just burn it. And I was like, I'm trying to remove this for the new year. And I always tell people that's a good way that I kind of feel like when I release stuff, because I have a lot of things like not depression, but like anxiety and all this other crazy stuff. So I'm like, I want to stop that. So what we'll do is we went out there, we burn everything that's holding us down, that's making us feel some type of way, whatever, burn it and to little shreds.
I love it.
It's like you feel like relief, like I get out,
Yes. Sage it, burn it, release it to the universe, and let the universe take care of you. Before we close out today, I have a few quick fire questions for you. You want to play along?
Sure.
Okay. Now, mind you, this is top of the dome. Don't overthink it, okay?
Okay.
All right. If you were a superhero, what powers would you have?
I want something with my hands I can just do like that. And everything is just done. Or I could be a new person. Or I want $1 million. I want that.
Oh, you want the Sabrina effect?
Yeah, like just make it happen instantly. Like make me in Disney World. Like that. I want that.
Love that. All right, so you and the boo are going out. You look cute. You got your new outfit on. Hair is laid, face is beat. What song or rap would you just body at karaoke night?
Nicki Minaj, Monster. Pull up in that monster all over what a bad bitch that came from Free Life. Yeah, so definitely that. Okay. Call up Billy. It will
first out,
that.
eat your brains.
Okay. Because that's what a monster does. Verse. Yes. Yes.
That's one of my favorite Nicki verses of all time, besides Itty Bitty Piggy.
That's mine. I'm about to say, besides Itty Bitty Piggy. Yes.
Itty Bitty Piggy eats down every time.
Man with the man. You can call me a bit. Yes. That would be my rap.
Man. What?
Yeah.
That verse eats down every time. And then finally, if you were a coffee, what kind of coffee would you be?
Dang, I don't drink coffee, but if I did, it would be some type of caramel sweet. Yeah.
Like pure honey? I bet you still.
Pure honey. Or it might be vanilla. It'll be pure honey or vanilla.
What about a vanilla caramel macchiato latte or something like that? You know?
Boom, there you go. It'll be that. It'll be that. With some whipped cream on top. Yeah.
With some whipped cream on top and a dash of cinnamon.
Come on.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, super. Well, thank you so much for joining me for coffee. How can more people find out about you and your platform? Tell us about the socials.
Thank you for having me. Oh my gosh. So you can find me on Instagram on Naki Carey. You can find me on Facebook and on Naki Carey on TikTok. It's me, Naki.
Love that for you. Love that for you. And then for your earrings line, when should they expect? Can they get everything they need in time for the holiday season? Can they still?
Oh yeah, definitely head to Naki. Yes, it's still definitely time to get all your gifts in. Definitely head to NakiCarey.com and click the shop tab. And everything is right there, all the information that you want. I definitely can get them out to you before Christmas or after. Definitely check them out. A new collection is coming in 2023. I'm excited and thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me for coffee. I will chat with you very soon.
Thank you.
Coffee with Yvonne is produced and edited by Yvonne Pearson. Coffee with Yvonne is created by Pink Dollhouse Marketing. You can catch the latest episodes by subscribing to Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.